if Beyonce and Nia Long getting cheated on, why you expecting better treatment? I definitely worded it rather, I would say rather carefully, but it's truthfully rather cleverly, if I must say. I mean, Nia Long, one of the more or most desirable women out there for a straight black man to think of. I mean, if we're going to be honest, this is Nia Long of all people, right? And so I tend to say things, and I say them how I say them. When you're on a platform where you don't have much context other than just the words, it's very interesting to see how people will take words and then interpret it through their lens, and then give it a translation, and then give it their own backstory, and all you did was say was a set of words. In this case, to be more specific, I know what I said, and so what I said was, if Beyonce and Nia Long getting cheated on, why you expecting better treatment? Now, I want to pause there for a moment, because I want to repeat that again so you hear it clearly. If Beyonce and Nia Long getting cheated on, why are you, excuse me, let me step that back, because I didn't even put the R in there when I typed it. I just let this go without even giving it much thought. If Beyonce and Nia Long getting cheated on, why you expecting better treatment? And I follow that up with the smack in the face emoji and a shrug to clearly indicate that I'm a grown man and don't talk seriously with emojis, but I guess some people don't get that nuance. I don't know. I don't really talk seriously with emojis. It's just not something I do. Pardon me while I take a sip of this old Hillside. Straight rye whiskey, straight cash. That's what I posted. And I'll say it one more time, because I really don't have any issue with what I said, because it's based off what, we have seen here in reality. And it said again, if Beyonce and Nia Long getting cheated on, why you expecting better treatment? I definitely worded it rather, I would say rather carefully, but it's truthfully rather cleverly, if I must say. I did it intentionally because I think it's something to consider. I saw quite a few opinions on here when the news was breaking out, and a lot of individuals were of the mind that this was just like something they would never stand for, and why is this always this and happening? And it was just like, man, I would just leave. Like, I would never stand for that, and I just have higher standards. And what I found more interesting was that even though all I said was, if Beyonce and Nia Long getting cheated on, why you expecting better treatment? People took that to, let's see, what were some of the tones here? And the overall sort of sentiment, some of the feedback was like, why would someone not expect better treatment? I also, heard people or saw people on here who said that women shouldn't lower their standards. Sounds like Beyonce and Nia Long should raise their standards. I just found some of that feedback, interesting, that those women should raise their standards and that you would never have yours so low. When I think about those two women, which I named intentionally because, queens, you can't take nothing away from what they've accomplished, their place in the culture. And again, I don't know what millennial man doesn't want or have thought about the idea of like, oh man, Nia Long or Beyonce. Like, that's just the reality. And so I use them specifically because they are fixtures in the culture and they are widely admired for their beauty and their desirability. That's just the reality. I didn't put them there. They've been there for decades. Like a lot of black women, just fine wine. That's just proven with time over and over and over again. So no disrespect, but everybody, there's levels. And the idea that you would expect to say have any better than, anyone else because you're just so mightier than thou that your standards are so high you wouldn't accept certain things is interesting to me, as if to suggest these ladies don't have standards either.